Hello everybody, welcome to Tpull's Corner. This is Travis, and look at this, I made another new deck. Surprise, surprise. We've got the deck list below in the text, and if you want to skip past the intro and go right to the gameplay, you can just click on the time codes there and the YouTube text as well. But I did a recent deck. Ancient Lumberknot was the key centerpiece, and I teamed him up because I had Unhallowed Phalanx, and Lumberknot can change the 113 Phalanx into a 13 zombie soldier, and I thought that was pretty cool. But something was tickling in the back of my mind after I finished with that deck, because I knew I had something that had a higher level of toughness that still had a relatively low power, and that was Charix, the Raging Isle, who's 0-17 normally. So I was thinking, you know, if I can have a 13-13 creature, can I also have a 17-17 creature? And so instead of choosing the color white for my third color and having a bunch of 0-6 cows turn into 6-6 cows and so forth, we put in just a little splash of blue here and there so that I could have a couple of things. So let's go through the deck real quick. Over on the lands, we've tried to get enough to have all three colors represented, and as usual I have one Evolving Wilds to get the right land that I need at the time, and one Field of Ruin to take care of some of the man lands that are going around. For the 1-drops, Fading Hope to return a creature to its owner's hand. Instrument of the Bards, which is really handy to summon, say, the Ancient Lumberknot right when I need them. A couple of Snakeskin Veils to protect the creatures. A couple of, 4 Tajiro Bright Blades. When I do green, even if I'm doing multiple colors, I usually do tend to use, I turn to Blight Blade first as my first instinct, as a cheap chump blocker. 1-1, you don't care if you lose them, but the Death Touch capability really makes the opponent pause sometimes and saves you on some life points. That can be vital. 1 Tested Talents to take out a very, say, timely and threatening instant or sorcery from the enemy. 1 Lithoform Blight, which is a fun card, which sort of replaces itself because when you play it, you immediately get to draw a card. This I can use on my own land, and if I don't have the right color, I can suddenly make the right color. Or I can take out something like, one of the multicolor lands that turn into creatures by covering it over it with this enchantment. 3 Devouring Tendrils, so that my creatures, when they're powerful enough, can just take out the opponent's creatures. 1 Gerald, Visionary Stitcher, legendary from the latest Innistrad expansion. 1/4, all zombies you control have flying, and you can sacrifice another non-token creature and create a blue zombie creature token, where X is the sacrificed creature's toughness. So if I get him down and I'm looking like I'm about to lose one of these zombies, I can just use his power, sacrifice it, and suddenly have a regular 13-13 creature, although it'll be a token creature. 1 Hero's Downfall to destroy a target creature or planeswalker. 4 Broken Wings, that's for any artifacts, enchantments, or creatures with flying. King Harold's Revenge, that I can pop up 1 creature by +1/+1, it gains trample, which is really nice if he's 13-13 with trample, right? But also it must be blocked this turn of Fable. So if there's a creature that has a special ability that they're trying to save, and it's the only one on the field, I can force them to sacrifice it. 2 Augur of Autumn. This is mostly here because I can look at the top card of my library at any time and play lands from the top of my library. That sort of helps keep me out of land trouble sometimes. 1 copy of Cemetery Prowler with 3/4 Vigilance. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, you exile a card from a graveyard. Any spells cost 1 less to cast for each card type they share. So in other words, if I kill one of my enemy's creatures, and then I bring Cemetery Prowler into play, I can exile that creature from his graveyard. All of my creatures cost 1 less to cast, which is handy. Charix, the Raging Isle, as we covered, 0-17. If I have some islands, I can spend 3 mana and he gets +X/-X, which is the number of islands I control. However, you'll notice I only have 2 islands, so he would just become a 2/15 creature if I did that. Not really worth my time. I'm not distracting myself with that alternate scenario. It's more important that I get the land that I need when I need it for the right color. So my goal is to get a Lumberknot out with him and then go to town. Howlback Piper, 1 copy of that. The spell can't be canceled, can't be countered. And next turn, assuming that she survives, I can spend 1 colorless and 1 green mana and put a creature from my hand onto the battlefield. And what's kind of cool is the Unhallowed Phalanxes enter the battlefield tapped, but that's if they're cast. if I just bring it down from using Howback Piper's ability, they're not going to be tapped, right? We shall see. Storm the Festival. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put up to 2 permanent cards with mana value 5 or less from among them onto the battlefield. So that works for every card I have, except for Cyclone Summoner and a couple of Bookworm copies. Everybody else is 5 or less. I do have Cyclone Summoner. When he enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, return all permanents to their owner's hand except for Giants, Wizards, and Lands. This is kind of a last-ditch thing to clear the deck in case I'm running into trouble. But also it allows Geralt to stay if I need him to stay. And we've got Bookworm. When it enters the battlefield, I gain 3 life and draw a card. And if it dies, I can put it from my graveyard into the library, 3rd from the top. So that's kind of cool. And the final card that I have here can also be a land if I need it. Turn Timber Symbiosis, that I can look through the top 7 cards of my library and grab a good creature. That's the deck. We're going to take it for a spin. We're going to see if we have as much luck with this one as we did with the original one, which was green, black, and white. We still have the Lumberknot is a key character. We still have Unhallowed Phalanx is a key character. And but you know, we really want to see if we can get hold of this Charix Raging Isle and get him up to 17-17. That would be fun. So, since I usually mention about this time, I will not break the pattern. I will tell you, if you like these videos, click the like button for me. It would really help out. If you want to be notified, click subscribe. And if you can, share one with a friend. Here we go. Oh boy, I got 2 right up front. That's unusual. Won't amount to a hill of beans if I don't get any green mana someday. I've got 62 cards in the deck. If you count the dual land, or sorry, the dual modal card that has land on one side, I've got 25 lands, which is about normal for me. It's fairly standard. There's what we want. Let's get some stuff going. Really? Nothing? We'll do another blue. We'll do his twin. And first blood will be ours. Well, isn't he disgusting? We don't care. You have to block him. We made him stop and think. Oh, Prismari Command. Too bad, you're going to lose it. What you got in your hand? Got Agar, Cathartic Pile, Rending Flame, and multiple choice. He's got a lot of stuff. You only have one of those in your entire deck? Look at all these dragons he has. Honored Heirloom. Bunch of shocks. Bunch of mountains. Alright. And just the one Prismari Command, really? Alright. Well, you still have Cathartic Pyre. You can use that one if you want. No? Kind of ruins the surprise if I have to bring Lumber Knight out this soon, right? But now I can use multiple choice on him and throw him right back into my hand if he wants. And we also have Rending Flame, right? He wants the creature. Didn't like what he was seeing on the scry. Let's see. Let me return Blightblade. It's my choice on who to return. So... let's see if this makes any difference. Agar? Are you going to attack? Oh, you will probably attack. And now we see if this works. 13-13. Let's attack with a 13-13. Ah, he's gonna block. Yeah, okay, fine. You got a bunch of new cards. I don't know what they are. You got something to deal with me here? You can discard some cards. Oh, Assault Ravager. We're going to keep up the attack. That is a lot of damage to take. Two damage to each creature without flying. But you're kind of tapped out, right? Well, we didn't get the blue creature, but that combo worked wonders. Nice. Traditionally, if they just give me a boring hand where they give me 2 lands and over the next 6 or 7 draws I get maybe 1 more land, I tend not to play those unless there's something else interesting that happens in them. Like if I make a mistake or if there's a chance to learn something. I've already lost 2 out of my last 3 just because it gave me almost no lands whatsoever. So we're hoping that the system has gotten it out of its system and made me artificially lose as many as I'm going to lose to start with. And we'll have a fair chance with a good number of lands for a change. I've got 62 cards in the deck. With the Turn Timber card, that gives me 25 potential lands. And we're already doing better than we did on 2 of those games. And the enemy's deciding if he's going to unsummon me or kill me or something. Let's just force the issue and see how much his health points are worth to him. That doesn't change what we want to do. See if he attacks, though. He gets to draw an extra card, yeah? So maybe I need to keep one of them on defense. Pixie! We got some die rolls coming up, huh? That usually means Delina is involved. Alright, so let's just send one on over. And we'll keep the other on guard duty. Six mana already, no problems for him. $15. What do we want to get rid of? I guess we get rid of the tapped creature. He still does not want to... Okay, we're going to have to use that as a land. And we are now at a bit of a disadvantage. Aren't we? Again, just because the cards that I have didn't get the right lands. But, will this work? Yes, it does. Yay! He's got more die rolls coming up, so maybe he's... he might have more Delinas, but he might also have a bunch more Earthcold Elementals coming up. Yep, called it. Oh, he's got land to spare. Yep, we're going to give up one of our lands too. I just start throwing the 6/6s at me, right? Who cares if you lose one? There you go. Oh, we're in trouble, actually. Oh, I thought he was going to bring it back up to his hand. Just keep bringing it down. That's a good combination I want to steal. Let's see what else we got. Please tell me you don't already have another Earthcold Elemental handy. I really have to block. If he wants to bring him up and then slam him right back down, he can. That is going to kill my mana. I wanted my next blocker. Another one into. He just hit me a couple of different ways, isn't he? Okay, we know he has counter spells now as well, but it looks like he's willing to tap out. So, let's go ahead and get more land, and let's take out this so he can't keep bringing the cold elemental back down all the time. Wizard Spellbook. Nice. That gives him access to Counterspell again. Also gives him his removal again. Lets him go find more lands. Killing the augur. Never mind. I don't want you to kill the augur. Surprise! None of these are really turning up the way I want them to. Although if I could get Bookworm down, that could be fun. Probably be counterspelled. What's he gonna do to me here? Can do expressive iteration. Oh, he's gonna take one of mine. I should not have sacrificed that particular land out of all of them then, right? If only I had known. That's a good lesson for me to learn for next time. There she is. We're in trouble now. The combination of Pixie Guide and Galena. That usually kills us. I don't have enough to pay for that. So this should kill me. Which means I may have one Bookworm too many in here. If they're gonna just keep putting the Bookworm in my way. Granted, I didn't have enough land because I had to sacrifice some to the Elemental. Yep. We're done with that. Okay, I made one change to the deck. I took out one of my two 7/7 trampling creatures. It's because we were getting it too often up front. And it cost 8 to get down. So let's see how we do with the deck that only has 61 cards. And with Turn Timber still has 25 lands. I like the lands I'm getting right now. There we go. See, look at that. Bookworm already again. That gives me the splash of blue, right? Let's go ahead and take it now. Of course, my enemy, no problems with any lands whatsoever. And what do we get rid of? Let's get rid of the Bookworm. And let's get rid of Broken Wings, I guess. He's got enough mana for counter spells. I'd rather just kill it. First blood is still mine. And look at that, he's got 6 lands, I've got 4. And they gave me my other most powerful card, Bookworm and Cyclone Summoner, the only 2 powerful ones I have left. They gave to me. We'll just kill you now. Unless you have yet another counterspell. Alright, he's tapped out enough, right? Here's where we find out if we've got another counterspell or not. One more green source needed for Storm the Festival. One more any source needed for Cyclone Summoner. Although it might hurt me more than him at this point, right? Because he can actually gain life and cause me to lose life if I throw him back up into his hand. This card is actually not good for me right now. Let's try this and see if it gets through. Okay, we'll take both of those. I wonder how many flunks he has in his hand. They'll take care of the Blight Blades. They won't do much damage against these. You want to make me get rid of the guy I can't use on you anyway. Okay. That's not too bad, but the flyer kind of hurts me right now. Yay! No counterspell. No counterspell. Thank you. Can I go get my other Death Toucher? Bingo. You might have a discard card, but that's a small thing. Here, let's go get 1 point of damage at a time, since he's got me down to 13. I need to start making up ground. You only have 2 cards. You should not be taking this long. There you go. Let's go get another creature. Oh, we have nothing left that's 2. Okay. My mistake. Okay, we'll just pay for that then. Bring that guy down. He's got yet another instant. Ah. Reject. Okay. Not a problem. The pecking continues. You got 18 more turns of life. Let's see. Take action. Throw you down. Go see what I got for 3 mana cards. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take Augur. Continue with my attack. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and take action. We can play that land right now. Top 7. Yeah, Phalanx. Okay. That's all we're gonna do. Yeah, come on through. What do we care? Yeah, let's do this. Up to 2 permanent cards. We want him, and we want him. And we're content to wait. Man, we tapped out for that. I hope he attacks with the Death Toucher. Please attack with the Death Toucher. Oh, I lost another Trin Timber. Yes, thank you. Okay. Decline. Get the land. Might as well play that. We will go get somebody. We get him. We'll put him down. We'll attack with pretty much everybody except for her. Yeah, you gotta lose your Mind Flayer too. That's right. I was attacking with 56 points of damage. Life is good. Let's go ahead and put you 3rd from the top. Good game, my buddy. Oh, didn't want to let me attack with all that. Alright, we got our Charix out, along with 3 of the phalanxes. That's how I wanted the deck to work. Instrument of the Bards was instrumental, pardon the pun, in getting Lumberknot out. My last copy of him when I needed to. I like that game. That was a good one. Okay, either I'm destined to win or I'm destined to lose, because it took literally 2 seconds for the computer to come up with my opponent. Let's see, what do I want to start? I have any combination that I can start with, right? So let's start with the green. Then go to black. $250 cards. Gets the mana he needs right away. Okay. Cheap cards up front. Are we going to stay entirely green-white? Do I take my splash of blue now, or do I take black for removal? Decisions. Let's take the black for removal. We'll spoil the surprise now since I have 2 copies of them. It's an instant, right? So if he wants to double or triple block, maybe I can hold that as a reserve surprise kind of thing. How much you want to bet he's got a snakeskin veil there? Guess not. Glad I went with the extra black source for removal there. Although with Trelasara and all the life gain spells they can do, we can fall behind real fast. There's my blue source. Don't have much of a choice here, though. I need all that to block Trelasara. I just gotta hope if they have an instant, they're not gonna play this particular turn. Ugh. Probably no matter what spell they have, they're going to use it to pump up Trelasara and outpace me quickly. Okay, so let's do this. Still can't attack with Trelasara in the way, though. And I'd like to keep 2 mana free to stop instants and sorceries. Haven't quite gotten there yet. This deck should have Devouring Tendrils too, which means they can take out my Death Toucher pretty easily overall. He's scrying through a lot of stuff. He's digging for what he needs. Look at that. Gives him trample, right? Which will still hurt if Trailosaura gets her hands on me. We don't care. We're attacking. You can jump block with the 1/1. And so they shall. This is where I start to rely on my test of talents. I'll have to block with both my Lumberknots and Light Blade before too long just to take out the 1. Maybe I'll get lucky and they'll forget that I can double block. And look at that, I can do absolutely nothing. And I've got the wrong color. No, actually I do have mana. That could save me coming up soon if I can survive. Alright. We're not going to attack this time. You are bigger than me. I'll admit it. Devouring Tendrils. Oh, too bad. What do you got in your hand? Massive Might. Here goes the other Devouring Tendrils. What else do we have here? We have how many Rampaging Brontodons? 3 of those. Bond of Disciplines. 3 Gigantosauruses. He's got a massive number of threats in here still. Almost everything's a threat. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do it. And I will need to discard... Let's see. Let's go ahead and discard that one. Who can ramp up faster? Let's see. How do I want to do this? And we start this whole process again. They're getting their trampling stuff. Ooh. Didn't know you had that one. That's a nice new threat. I feel like I need more removal in this deck. I could bring him down, huh? I think it's more important to get rid of the flyer. Nope. Okay, we'll play some lands. Bring down some creatures. Bring in some more creatures. That's good enough for now. I'm not scared of the Rampaging Brontodon anymore. Not when I have a Charix out. Oh no. I don't have any way to stop that one, do I? I used up everything I had on the other two flyers. Okay, so we know that since the machine took 2 seconds to find me an opponent, we know that this was pretty much destined to happen now, yes? Okay, now that Arena is not obsessed with intentionally making me lose, it actually takes 10 seconds to find an opponent instead of 2 seconds. And maybe because I lost, it's letting me go first. Oh, and it's giving me a friendly opponent who wants to kill me quickly. Let's go with another green so that we can get the auger down. Don't know if we'll have much use for the broken wings. We shall see. Of course, they get the larger haste one down right on turn 3. Perfect draw. We will get this guy down. Do you have removal? No, you do not. Are you willing to sacrifice your creatures? He is. Okay. We're going to do the unexpected. We're going to take out the cheap ones. Still manages to knock me out. Fine. Look at that. We made good on broken wings. Take that. Yeah, you can have that one. Now what you gonna do? Play a land. A dragon. Let's do that. Can't stop the 4, right? Let's keep things the way they are. Maybe I should have played the black, but I wanted the 2 blue. Precisely so I can, or sorry, I wanted the 2 black so I could do that. Saving my blue mana for either one of those. Thank you. No more braids, but he does have an Inferno of the Star Mounts. And of course more hulking bugbears. And some other cheap creatures and some shocks. And shocks can kill me just fine, right? Because I'm down to 3. So, let's go ahead and use the Death Touch ability to get rid of this now. And get my life back up a tiny bit. One for a blocker. I like that. I don't care if you have first strike now. That's a sorcery, right? Fine. Nothing. Still nothing? Second blue. We don't pay for that. Actually, let's see. Yeah, I may be in trouble. We'll find out soon. He's going wide. I think I needed that extra life right about then. He doesn't feel like he can attack. Good. Oh, that's legendary. Okay, we'll just put this guy down instead then. What I really need is another Broken Wings handy. Gone through about half my deck already. This only gives me one turn. Oh no, I can get rid of Instrument of the Bards too. Oh wait, you know what? While I have Geralf, I have a flying blocker. Okay, let's use this now. That'll get Charix, the duplicate Charix off the top, and we'll go get my 4th Death Touch blocker. But now I can't go summon my key piece. However, I do have 2 flyers that will come in handy if I do get them. Oh, this is kind of nice. Maybe. Let's exile a creature. Make all my creatures cheaper. Get another blue source. Get another Death Touch blocker. And I think I'm going to hold on to him. I think I'm going to hold on to that one. We're good. Let's see, he's got 7 plus the 6. He can still kill me now, but I've got a couple of blockers. Gone through about half of his deck too, yeah? Land. Pay for it. Cheap creature. Gain 3 life and draw a card. Excellent. I think I feel sorry for the Goblin decks these days. They're supposed to be fast. They're supposed to be able to hit you hard and fast. Look at that guy. Bingo. Blink and you'll miss it. We go to combat. He's got 26 points in the air. My friend, you are dead. He's hitting me for 2. How dare you, sir? Victory by air. Not something I've been doing. Usually I've been using a lot of ground trips. That's a good battle. Alright, that's the deck. It looks like one of our big weaknesses was against flyers and enchantments, because even though we did pack in 4 copies of Broken Wings, sometimes your opponents just pile on one particular thing or the other. I think in one of those matches we got rid of the enchantments, we got rid of the flyers, and then he got an artifact with Cage from Flying. However, we had some very good matches that demonstrated the regular combination of Ancient Lumberknot combined with Unhallowed Phalanx. And we got Charix down a couple of times, even though just the threat of him being there was often enough. But we were also able to demonstrate our alternate win condition using Geralf to get our zombie flyers going and take them out at the end at that last match. So all in all, pretty fun deck. I just got rid of the 1 bookworm so that we weren't quite so top heavy. So to review 61 cards, we ended up 3.2 average mana cost. It wasn't too bad overall. And I think we did manage to demonstrate almost every card. We had King Harold's Revenge kind of in reserve if we needed it. We just didn't need it that much. And when we were able to get Instrument of the Bards out, again, turned out to be a very useful card. So this card is growing on me. I think I am much more likely to want to use this in decks that have green in them going forward. And other than that, I think you guys might have fun too. You know, just ask yourselves, do you want to have 13-13 creatures on the ground? 17-17 creatures? Do you want 13-13 flyers? You know, I did. I had fun. Hope you do too. Like and subscribe. Come back again. We're going to have more new decks for you coming out quick here at Tpull's Corner. Thanks. Have a good one.